Alright, well, welcome back to a familiar sight, everybody. Back in the land of DayZ, and, well, for the last probably a week and a half I've had a cold, and I'm just getting over it now. More of a bug, actually. And it kinda just fucked my voice up like you wouldn't believe. I sounded like Tom Waits for quite a while. But I've just been playing a lot of DayZ, because we found a cool server. Obviously on the right hand side, the debug menu, you'll be able to see what server it is, or get a hint at least. I'm not going to give out the fine details, because the last thing I need is someone rolling in and killing this character, which I've worked very hard to keep alive. But it goes with saying, don't get attached to your gear, which is pretty much the #1 rule of DayZ. But I am attached to my gear, because I have cool gear. I have this M16A4 ACOG. This pretty much acts as my sniper rifle. And in my bag, you'll see here I have an M4 A3 CCO. This is pretty much my close quarters gunfight gun type thing, if that makes any sense. Pretty rockin' gun. Yeah, anyway, so what this video is about is letting you know that a series is on the rise, because this is a custom server. Now, people who play a lot of DayZ would know that this is the Northeast Airfield, and that the Northeast Airfield does not in fact look like this, with that building there, those three down there. That control tower is always there, but and that construction site down there. This server adds tons of stuff. I mean, like vehicle spawns jacked through the roof. There's more helicopters, more barracks that are posted around big places and all that sort of thing. So it's not such a grind fest than it is on a normal server, which is really cool, because I got kind of sick of just going through hell and back trying to find a decent gun that isn't just a Lee Enfield, and then you get killed. So yeah, I joined this server, and it's a really cool server. Now, the way that this server, this series is going to play is, I am playing with a mate, because he stopped playing, for that simple fact is, and I know that you're going to get killed in DayZ, it's inevitable, but it's just a grind fest on a normal server. On this server, however, we can gear up in about 2 hours or so. Like, we had a truck full of guns in about 3 hours. Nothing overpowered, like we didn't have an AS-50 or some friggin' alien blaster rifle thing, although I think that's only in Namalisk, I'm not too sure. Yeah, but we had a decent set of guns. So that is the plan, and we just come up here. We literally went, I can bring the map up, the map up for you. We are up here. I'm actually probably sitting right behind one of these little my bobbies here. So that's where we are. Now, the new barracks, there's one just up from Sol and Chinny in the factory. There is, yeah, so Sol and Chinny, there's one there, there's one at this airstrip. I think there's one down here, don't quote me on that. There's one here somewhere. There's one at below the airstrip. There's one up here in this little valley just behind Kamenka, so up in here. Now, these are military barracks, so you find military grade weapons. There's one up here in Zeleganorsk, whatever you say, I don't know how you say that properly, but there's one here, and obviously the one up in Northwest Airfield, which used to be the only one. But yeah, this custom server adds a lot of cool shit. So yeah, really good server. 0 hackers so far. 0 problems of any sort at all. On the side of technical difficulties, it might take you a few tries to get into the server, because they have this little please disconnecting, something went wrong bullshit thing that happens. Most of the time you just ignore it, and then it just lets you in. And I've got a funny feeling. Nope, alright, we're good. Yeah. Now, Am I a bandit? Well, hang on a second. Well, you see, I was going to say no, but you get that anyway. I don't hunt for players, but let's just say if like it happened yesterday actually, we were down there on the second story, and believe it or not, we just heard this helicopter go over, and the guy jumped out and parachuted, and he landed way up in the hills up in there somewhere. Managed to run all the way down. And yesterday the server was really laggy. I don't know what was going on. I was convinced they were getting DDoS or something like that. It was just going nuts. But it seems to be very stable today. But there were a lot of players. It was a full server. It was cranking. And anyway, he come down and he got in here in this first barracks. Now, we had our car parked over here, which had all the goodies, because we were only coming in here for a quick hit and then just pissing off. But he sort of broke that. And anyway, we waited until he ran inside, and then we popped up like those little things in Africa, and just waited, and he come out, and he got lit up, but believe it or not, he survived, and he got under us, healed up, and then he got in a truck, not our truck. There are about 4 cars here, believe it or not, and he drove away, and he got to about there, and we just lit him up, and he blew up. So yeah, that was a fun day. Sorry, I'm sucking on a soother here. So yeah, now I wonder if our cars are still here. Oh shit, sweet. Now I don't know if there's anyone around, because I just literally spawned in that place. Now which is... Okay, these are just the other guns that we had. I like me Stan Ags, man. I like to be just friggin' packed with ammo. I hate being caught out with no ammo, especially in a gunfight. Now, we've died about 5 times on this server. Our last death was in a really cool gunfight. I mean, the shit was just going off. We were down at the Kamenka barracks, and, oh, man, first thing we know, Little Bird pops in. Yeah, no worries. It's got no guns anyway. Didn't have a gunner. I don't think it can, actually. He landed. And then next minute, a big Russian, I don't know what you call him, but that motherfucker's got guns, and he's got big ones. He's got 2 M49s on the door. And he rocks up and starts just destroying anything that moves. It is one hell of a bandit shopping centre down there at the Kamenka barracks. So yeah, we were down in there, up in the bushes, just waiting for everyone to clear off so we can run down and loot the place and piss off. That didn't exactly happen. So what I did was, I was just, because my mate's got the sniper rifle, I'm generally the run and gun guy, and I heard a car, and there was a truck coming up behind us, and I had an M240 at the time, so I lit the... I hear a chopper. So I lit that guy up, and that is a chopper incoming. Okay. Yeah, I lit him up, he got out, but he had a mate sitting up in the back bushes. It sounds like he's coming from the north. Yeah. That's strange. Yeah, this server resets every 2 hours, which is pretty cool because it makes everything fresh. Alright, yeah, anyway. I lit him up, and then his mate at the back took out my mate. And I didn't actually get killed by him, I actually bled out because he seemed to have clipped me. And there was just too much shots going around for me to be able to get a clean bandage in. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I got one of his mates' buttons, so... Alright, let's keep a lookout what's going on here. And that's a standard Huey. Doesn't look like he's got a door gunner. Yeah, he looks like he's going to come down. The way that these guys usually work is they hover over, they look for any players. If there's no players, sorry, no zombies down there, it means that nobody's there to spawn them. Oh, and that might have been because of the chopper. The way the DayZ works is when zombies spawn, there has to be a player there to spawn them. Now that player's gone, the zombies despawn. It's usually like it's almost works like a dinner bell if you know how to use it properly. As you can see, I'm not close enough to spawn the zombies that would come out of there. But yeah. So that was close. I don't know what that guy was doing. Just probably Recon. But these little buildings, these ones here, these are the ones you want. It's a corridor with a bunch of doors on the side. And you get military grade weaponry in there. So, excuse me. Whew, had to cough. Yeah, so that's the really good place to get good weaponry. So far I've found 2 M40s. I found a chemoed M24, which is my favourite sniper rifle in the game. I know a lot of people say they love the DMR. I'll take it if I ever find it, but if I had a choice between a DMR and an M24, I'd definitely take the M24. And if you didn't know this, if you have one DMR round and you have an M24, you can convert that DMR into, I think it's either 4 clips for the M24, or no, it doesn't take clips. That's right. It's a bolt action, so it'll take it'll give you 4 rounds back, I think, because the DMR and the M24 fires the same round, I believe. Much like the M1911 and the 45 Colt, because they take the same round, obviously. Alright, this isn't a play, by the way. This is just me telling you that my DayZ series is back up. We found a really good server. We're having lots of fun on it. We're trying to come up with something, sort of like a Frankie storyline. We don't know yet, because, you know, everyone who plays DayZ knows who Frankie is. Okay, the great Bambi come from Frankie. Bambi is a noob, basically. Which he calls everybody a Bambi, which is probably wrong, because he could just find a guy that just spawned who, you know, is an elitist, and he calls him a Bambi, which is wrong. But anyway, so DayZ, it's back. I'm back. On the note of Minecraft, I don't think really anybody cares anymore, so I'm just going to play some DayZ for a while. And whatever other games I get. But yeah, so keep a lookout. Remember to subscribe. Before anyone says or asks, no, we're not bringing anybody in yet, but we do actually plan to. We want to have a little bit, have a few more people. So I'll tell you guys in a video when we actually want to start recruiting. We do plan to, but just not yet. We want to get established first. Alright guys, so keep a lookout for the next videos. Take care, and I'll see you next time.